and it just pissed me off so bad. And so like
to be honest, well, like I'm pretty sure it was, I don't know for sure, but from what I understand, what they did at customs, they like literally did their macro in each game on customs. Like they would go into the game, right, and they would go in, hit the beacon, and then they would discuss what they would do in that zone, and they would do that like all day. That's what they would do in the customs. It was just kind of like it's a bunch of time waste because there's so many variables, and we don't even do that. Like I know TSM does do that, and you can't doing that all day is just it's just a time waste, and that's what they did. They would go into customs, and they would just go over macro every single game. Like they would hit the beacon, and they would talk about the macro. No, actually, I'm not just saying shit out of my ass. That's what I was told by Naughty, actually. But yeah, for sure, bro. Naughty actually told me exactly what you guys are doing. So I'm not just talking shit out of my ass. That's what I was told. So yeah, sure, bro. What do you mean that Naughty doesn't have to be there? You're his teammate. You probably told him exactly what was going on or what you guys were doing. What were you like? Naughty probably has some idea what was going on. He doesn't have to be always there to know what was going on in customs. They were changing their comp too much. I don't know why they thought they could play like Caustic Loba Pathfinder from Frag East. They're changing their comp all the time. They're playing Caustic Loba Rampart in Frag East with like the worst loot in the game. I don't know. You wanna hop in a call with me? Okay, sure. Hello?
Dude, how are you so easy to like misinform people when you like have not gotten my perspective at all? Like
because you
understand the power and the weight of your words, bro.
I've talked to your teammates. That's why.
Yeah, but that's not fair. You literally haven't got my perspective one bit. And you've talked to my teammates, yes, but like there's in every single story there's a side which is mine and there's a side which is the other side. And the truth is somewhere in between. Like of course I'm not gonna be like both of us aren't going to be 100% about everything. Like I have my perspective and they have theirs.
Okay, then what's your perspective then?
You understand. You literally are in this shit. Like you understand that like in that situation there, it was not a healthy environment for us. Like all of us. And I have the ability to see that. And go ahead.
Well, yeah, it was just like they just didn't commit to the game, right? Like Mac wasn't show up to the customs. I didn't know Naughty didn't show up. I knew Mac didn't.
Naughty didn't, dude. Naughty literally Naughty said that because of his role in the team that he didn't need to be in customs ever. And I always told him that it could always benefit for him to be there so that we could all be on the same page. And he was never in customs, dude. I mean, maybe like once or twice he spent time with us in customs for like an hour, and we had spent hours and hours. And we're not just going over macro for each zone, dude. I'm trying to like theory craft comps. I'm trying to get us all on the same page because like, Hal, it's so much easier for you because you have Raven and you have had your teammates for so long. And a lot of what you guys have worked on is your foundation. And we didn't have that going into Pro League. We had 2 weeks before Pro League that we were a team, you know?
Yeah.
And so we didn't have that. So we needed to build on that during Pro League. We needed to do work in Pro League that you guys had done in the past LANs or like past circuits years ago, you know? And so like I said, it's not fair for you to sit there and like voice your opinion like it's so surely like you're positive and you're 100% of these things when you weren't there. You don't know, because I can tell you things for sure that you're saying you're genuinely lying about. Saying that
like what though?
Like not you're saying that Naughty is telling you about what we were doing in customs when you don't even know what was happening in customs because Naughty wasn't there either. He just thinks he knows and you think you know. And like you understand the weight of your words and you understand that like when you speak to 18,000 people, 20,000 people, that at least 1,000 of them are going to like send me crazy shit and like give negative vibes to like me and my fucking teammates, you know? Like you know that. The weight of your words are just so it's like you have an army, bro. And you know that. No,
I understand that, but I feel like I could trust your teammates that you're teaming with to tell me what's going on.
100%. Like I said, 100% you can. Mac and Naughty, like 100%. But the thing is that you didn't have my perspective. And like, because of that, it's just not fair to say that you know
your perspective, like, your perspective doesn't mean anything if you guys are all doing, like, we're talking about this. The subject is what is going on, not like what the problem was. Like we're talking about like what you guys were doing. Like just because he wasn't there doesn't mean like you wouldn't tell Naughty or Mac like, you know, the next day that like what you guys did talk about when you were in customs. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You're arguing like how you're talking about like the perspective of how you feel like them not showing up in the first place. That's your perspective, not like what you guys are actually talking about at like not being there or what you're actually doing that day. How would your teammates not know what you're doing that day? You just not tell them just because they're not there?
They didn't get on, bro. Like they didn't get on times. Our schedule was literally do customs before scrims and do customs after scrims, and for neither of those blocks, they were there. They were there to warm up for scrims and then play scrims. I know it's not that big a deal. It's just what I needed for my environment. I wanted them to be there. Maybe for your environment you don't, right? But that's what I wanted. And the fact
I agree with what you're like saying. Like I would feel the same way if I wanted like my team to show up
It doesn't matter what it is, bro. If you say, hey, like every night we have to watch a fucking movie or a TV show for team bonding. Like if you express that you need something and you want something for your team and your environment so that it's better for you, if your teammates cannot meet that, you also let them know that, hey, if this cannot be met, then like I have to make changes because this isn't what like I want for a team. That's what happened essentially. It doesn't really matter what it is. It's like a relationship, bro. You just let a person know what you need from them, and you let them know that it's important to you. And if they can't meet it, then you have to you have to make changes. And you know that. What I'm saying is not how I'm feeling. I'm just telling you that the weight of your words are so ridiculously strong. And you know that when you say these things, you go, I'm pretty sure, oh, I know, maybe definitely. Like you're saying like it's 100% set in stone what happened. But like I can tell you from my perspective that it's not. And you can only gain that from my perspective. Because Naughty and Mac weren't there for everything.
Well, the only thing that I was wrong on was like what exactly you guys were doing off stream, like in the customs. That was the only thing that I could think of that I was wrong on.
So I'll give you an example. So last day regionals, right? I wanted to whip up that Pathfinder comp, and now you may have not seen something in it, but from Frag East, I figured that I could do something similar to Cascades, and I thought it would work. Yeah. But they were not there when I was whipping it up. I was cooking hella hard. I was literally like in customs all day, every day, trying to figure this out. And then when we go into game day, they didn't have an understanding of the comp or how we needed to play. One of the games, for example, Mac ran out on Path and just died immediately. And like it wasn't a big deal, but I was super upset about it because we lost a full game because of the lack of understanding of like getting shot by a nemesis on Path, which is something that I could have explained to him in customs. But like, telling you, imagine playing a new comp and your teammates like aren't aware of what needs to happen in the new comp until game day.
No, okay, well, I can speak for Mac, but like you're trying to whip up a comp like right before game day. Like you guys haven't played any of those. Like maybe Naughty has played Caustic, right? But like, when was the last time Mac has played? I know everyone was okay because you guys respect each other, right? But like, I understand your POV of him not being there in the first place and not like, you know,
that's not.
I get that, but I don't think that was. It can be the reason, but at the same time, it's like you're changing a comp to something so much different than what you guys are used to. It's just bound to fuck up.
Yeah, it was bound to fuck up, and that was definitely my fault, like 100%. I'm willing to take responsibility for that. Like, we could have just probably played a normal comp from Frag, and we would have been fine. But it wasn't Mac's fault. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying 100% that I just wish everybody was on the same page if I was doing that, you know? And I don't feel like everybody was on the same page.
Yeah, I agree. Back wants to come in here and talk, so I don't know if you're fine with that. But
let him in. I'll out him.
Okay. Is he here?
Here, I got it.
Right, there we go.
I'm just gonna say this before anything though, is that I no longer have a problem with anything that happened while we're teaming. The only reason why I wanted to get in the call with you is just because like I feel like you have an understanding of the weight of your words, but at the same time are willing to say things so surely.
Okay, so I gotta say this, bro.
Go ahead.
Saying I didn't show up to customs while
No, you did. You did. Okay, this is a misunderstanding. You literally watched just like a little bit. Mac, you were fucking in customs. You were in that bitch. Like you were cooking with me on the path comp. We both agreed upon it. Me and you both were like, this could be really good. This could be good for regionals. Like this could really work. I'm not saying that. I just used one example. Mac, you like absolutely not. Okay, you don't have to be upset about that because you were there. I'm just saying that, like, just in general, I feel like I put in a ton of work, and it just created a stressful environment for all of us. And I started, like, fucking blaming Naughty for everything because of how much, like, fucking stress I was under with it all. I was putting so much time into everything that, like, I lost sight of creating a healthy environment for the three of us.
I mean, maybe
you agree with that, right?
Yeah, but maybe I'm bugging, but I'm pretty sure, like, I just heard you saying that me and Naughty both weren't showing up to customs in general. But,
I mean,
like,
there was plenty of times where
I tried to make a schedule, I think 10 or 12 different times, and you would show up 3 hours late.
Bro,
it's true, dude. Literally, like, the whole, like, first 3 or 4 weeks of us playing together, I tried to make a schedule
before
for us to
Pro
play
League?
ranked. Yeah, pre-Pro League, and then after that, I was like, yo, make a schedule for us to hop in customs, and you would never show up. And then I would wake up randomly and see you and Dupe in customs, and I would just join up and be like, yo, what's up?
Makima is tier 1.
Well, like, Mac, you know, I explained to you that we didn't need to play more ranked.
This is so dumb. I literally feel like I'm at some, like, reality show.
We're all mechanically good, and our chemistry was there. What we needed was macro and game plan.
Yeah, but even, like, going into customs, we could never make a schedule. So, like, it's unfair to, like, even try to blame me or Naughty for not showing up when, like, you don't
I'm not,
make
I'm
any
not,
kind of...
Look, what I'm trying to say is that... Hold up 1 second.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I feel like that is just fucking troll.
I'm sorry. No, Mac. Look, at the end of the day, I just got into a call with Hal to tell him that the weight of his words was very strong and that the things that he's saying affect us.
That's true.
Right? That's all I wanted to talk about. And it turned into this because I said some things about us as a team. And we all made wrong decisions while we were teaming. All three of us. None of us were perfect. There were so many things I could have done better and so many things I wish I didn't do. I made so many mistakes. I should have given us, as a leader, I should have given us a better team environment. I 100% should have treated Naughty better. And I don't give myself excuses for that. And I try and learn and I try and move on. But all I wanted to say was Hal. It had nothing to do with the team. That's all I wanted to say to Hal. That's it. Because he's literally still doing that. Like, bro, is it not ridiculous to just assume and say that, Mac, did I manipulate you, bro?
No.
No. And, like, for him to say shit like that, like, it's completely and forever, like, changed the way that public sees me. And it affects the way that I work.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, 100%, right? And for you to so surely say that, I can now no longer understand that what you're saying on stream is not just another, oh, Lou just manipulated Mac. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, but, like, do you get that? That, like, when you say things like that, like, it has an effect on people. You know that, right? How can you just so easily say that, like, I'm fucking fully exploited and manipulated a human being and he doesn't have his own, like fucking way to make his own decisions? Like, how can you say that? Just not even having the perspective. Is it because you were frustrated?
I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't even know how this was turning on to me, but, you know, it's...
No, it was you. That's what I'm saying. I only wanted to get in the call with you to tell you that. That's it. That you're the weight of your words. That's all. I didn't want to talk about anything else. And I ended up talking about other things. That's okay. But I just wanted to tell you that. Okay. I'm just asking you a question.
No, I think there was definitely times that you manipulated him, but with certain things, but, like, the fucking Pathfinder comp. Like, the Pathfinder comp.
How did I manipulate him?
What, you let him believe that you should play that comp? You literally
we both came to that. Mac, did we not both come to that decision? I told you.
You literally just took, like, you just took credit or fucking blame for, bro, you just ran into a circle. 5 seconds ago, before he was just not here, you said that he wasn't there to play the Pathfinder comp so he could understand, right?
Yeah.
So he can understand. But now, apparently, you know, and then you also said that it was your fault that you know, put him on Pathfinder right before fucking regionals.
It is my fault that we did. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, but how?
Me and Mac agreed to playing the comp. I'm just saying the preparation that needed to be put in didn't get put in.
Of course he agreed. He didn't have a choice.
I just hopped in Cord, You're like, yo,
yeah, we're playing this comp. Yeah,
like, okay,
yeah. See, look at that. Wow, look at that. What is that? What is that, Lou?
We did the zipline stuff where you're like, yeah, look at
what is that, Lou?
Like, okay, I can do that.
The guy wasn't even there, and you made him put him on Pathfinder for what?
But it wasn't like that, dude. Like everybody had the absolute freedom to say like, oh, we could do this or do that. They just had trust in me and faith in me, and that's where I'm saying I fucked up. I'm agreeing with you that I fucked up in that, but I didn't manipulate anybody, Hal. Okay, it was a team environment. We did just agree. I literally asked everybody if they were okay with it, and I asked them if they wanted to do anything else or if they had any better ideas. And you know what Max said to me? He said, I have full faith and trust in you as a teammate, and I know that if whatever you want to do, as long as we do it right, that we'll be fine. And look, I'm not complaining about it. Literally, I just wanted to get in the call about what you say, okay? Mac had full faith and trust in me as a teammate, and he gave me that trust, and I failed, and I'm willing to admit that. I failed as a leader and I failed as a teammate. The conversation is about the way you communicate to your viewers, Hal, and how your viewers have such a big hold on the Apex scene because there's 20,000 to 100,000 of them. And whenever you say something, it's set in stone, and it affects the way that me and Mac work, because it also affects Mac. Like the fact that you're able to say that Mac didn't have like his own decisions and that he got manipulated and that he's naive. Like you don't think there's people in his chat that affect him and how he works? You don't think when he sees that shit?
I understand that. I
mean, to be fair, I am fairly gullible. I'd say I am kind of just dumb in that regard. So that's a fair assessment. But I mean, that's besides the point.
That's all the conversation was about. I didn't want to come in here to discuss like we weren't. I'm not like I didn't want to have like a Jayhawk session and talk about like what went wrong with LANimals. Everybody knows what went wrong. I failed as a leader, and I could have done better for my team. Everybody makes mistakes. We are not perfect, but like what I'm asking of you is just to like make sure that you're not saying things that you don't have the full perspective on.
Okay.
Like the manipulation shit. Okay. Because I'm just sitting here watching your stream and you're just like, it's not even, it's a point where it's not even productive. It just feels like you're talking shit. And that could be me getting defensive.
I think the problem is that I was communicating your teammates' POVs and not yours the entire time. And that offended
that's
you.
what I'm saying.
That offended you. And
it did offend me.
Yeah, that's okay.
Of course.
And I get that. And that's fine. Like, I get it. Like,
but I can't, if you had never said anything about the manipulation shit, dude, like, I would just think that you're just going to say things about our team. And I would just feel offended. But when you say shit about, like, how I treat humans and about how like I'm a greedy person and I manipulate people, that's when I'm like, okay.
I never said that.
You literally insinuated that, dude. You insinuated it. So let's just segue my conversation about gamers being greedy into Lou manipulating Mac. What? How was that not? How was that
I'm
not?
I'm not going into that conversation. This conversation's over. But I get what you're saying. I agree, and I'll be more careful.
You agree? That's it. Okay, thank you. That's literally it. That's all I wanted. That's it.
Okay. All right. Have a good one, guys.
Look. Yeah, see you.
Interesting. What an interesting conversation that I did not expect to have today.
Yeah, let's just move on. I mean, I'm gonna continue to talk about it, but just for a second. No, I just wanted him to like stop like just assuming things and stop saying things like they were like set in stone and definite, because he didn't have my perspective, and it's offensive and it's disrespectful. It's not constructive at all. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't realize the weight of his words. That's it. Why do that live? For the content, bro, obviously. Sub only chat? Nah, that's fine. It's not a big deal. It'll calm down. I'm not really worried about it. Because there's also people in here that are coming to the realization that like of the perspectives of that situation. And I want them to have a voice as well. It's okay. It's not a big deal. People can talk shit. I don't really care. It's not like it's not like it's something that's just not happening for the first time.
That was so cringe.
Feel good.
But yeah, I don't like. Obviously, I got myself into this because I was talking about it on stream, but it's kind of, you know, I've been playing Apex for a while, and I see everything. People ask me questions all the time, so I'm gonna say it, right? But I'm not gonna go further than that. I'm gonna state my opinion, and that's pretty much it with anything. So, yeah, I'm not. This is not fucking drama news or anything like that. It's not happening. Well, no, I am entitled to my own opinion to the point where it damages other people, so I kind of understand what Lou is saying, but like I I talked to other people that was regarding in the same situation in the same circle, right? So, and that's what I just went off of. That's basically it. So, but clearly, even if I talk to people that are in the same circle, it's not enough. So, simple as that. But